It was supposed to be an ordinary morning in a quiet forested town until a toddler vanished without a sound. Panic rippled through the community as hours turned into a chilling silence. No footprints, no clues, just gone. But then, out of the dense woods, a wild dog appeared, not with teeth bared, but with something clutched gently in its mouth, the little girl's teddy bear. What did it mean? And where was she? The answer would stun everyone. 3-year-old Lily was the heart of the Turner family. With golden curls, curious eyes, and a laugh that echoed like sunshine, she brought life to their quiet farmhouse nestled near the edge of Oak Ridge Woods. Her favorite companion wasn't a sibling or a pet. It was Mr. Buttons, a floppy old teddy bear with one stitched eye and a red ribbon around his neck. Every morning, Lily would wander around the fenced yard in her little boots, clutching Mr. Buttons tightly. She'd talk to birds, wave at butterflies, and babble stories only she and her bear understood. Her parents, Mark and Anna, would watch from the porch, coffee in hand, hearts full. It was a peaceful life, one where danger felt like a distant thing, something that happened in other places, to other people. Until one morning, when everything changed. It started with an eerie kind of quiet. Anna was inside folding laundry when she realized she hadn't heard Lily's voice for several minutes. She stepped outside, expecting to see her daughter chasing butterflies or playing in the garden with Mr. Buttons. But the yard was empty. The gate, usually latched, was wide open, swinging gently in the breeze. Panic bloomed in her chest. "Lily," she called, walking quickly to the edge of the fence. No answer. Mark joined her, his face tightening as he scanned the tree line. They split up, calling her name over and over, running up and down the dirt path, hearts pounding. 10 minutes passed, then 30. Still nothing. By sunset, neighbors had joined the search. Flashlights cut through the trees. Every inch of the nearby woods was combed, but there were no footprints, no broken branches, no clues. Only the soft rustle of leaves and the growing fear that something terrible had happened. And chillingly, Mr. Buttons was missing too. By nightfall, the entire town had mobilized. Police arrived with search dogs, volunteers brought maps, drones buzzed overhead scanning the canopy. Flashlights flickered through the darkness like fireflies, but none led to Lily. The woods, once so familiar, now felt endless. A twisting maze of shadows that swallowed sound and hope alike. Mark refused to stop searching. His hands were scraped raw from pushing through brambles, his voice hoarse from yelling Lily's name. Anna stayed near the house, trembling with each passing hour. Friends brought food, blankets, anything they could. But what the Turners needed most was a miracle, and time was slipping away. The search stretched into its second day. Rain had begun to fall, erasing whatever faint traces Lily might have left behind. Police started raising difficult questions. Could someone have taken her? Why was the teddy bear missing too? To her parents, Mr. Buttons had just been a toy. But in a search where every detail mattered, that missing bear started to feel like a haunting clue. On the third morning of the search, something strange happened. A volunteer named Tom spotted a large, scruffy dog standing just beyond the tree line. It wasn't wearing a collar, and its coat was matted with leaves and dirt. The animal stood still, watching the group from a distance, not with fear, but with a strange, quiet intent. At first, people thought it was a stray, maybe even dangerous. But the dog didn't growl or flee. Instead, it seemed to return each day, lingering near the edge of the woods, always watching. Some searchers found it unsettling. Others began to wonder, why was it always there? And why did it never go deeper or run away? On the 5th day, just as hope was beginning to crack, the wild dog returned. But this time, something was different. In its mouth, clenched gently between its teeth, was a small, dirty object. At first, no one could make it out. But as the dog stepped closer, a gasp rippled through the searchers. Dangling from its jaws was Mr. Buttons, Lily's beloved teddy bear. The red ribbon was torn. The fur was soaked and muddy. But there was no mistaking it. Anna fell to her knees, clutching the bear the moment the dog dropped it at her feet. For a moment, no one moved. It was as if time had frozen. Then without a sound, the dog turned and disappeared back into the woods. It didn't growl, didn't look back. It simply vanished into the shadows, leaving only one undeniable truth behind. Lily had been with that dog, and she might still be alive. After the teddy bear appeared, everything changed. The police grew more alert. Volunteers doubled their efforts. But it was Mark who made the boldest decision. He would follow the wild dog. The next morning before sunrise, he waited at the edge of the woods, and like clockwork, the dog appeared again. Their eyes met. The dog stood still, then slowly turned and walked into the forest. Mark followed. Branches snapped under his feet, and the dense trees swallowed the light above. The dog kept a steady pace, always just a few steps ahead. It would pause, glance back, then move forward again, like it was leading him somewhere. Hours passed as they climbed, ducked, and pushed through underbrush deeper than anyone had gone before. Finally, in the quietest part of the forest, Mark heard it, a faint hoarse cry. He froze. The dog stopped too. Just ahead, curled up in a hollow beneath a fallen tree, was Lily, pale, weak, but alive. And she was whispering, "Doggy stayed with me." Mark scooped Lily into his arms, tears streaming down his face as he called for help. Her small arms wrapped around his neck, and though her voice was weak, she kept repeating the same words. Doggy stayed. Doggy brought Bear. Paramedics arrived quickly, rushing her to the hospital. She was dehydrated, scratched, and cold. But miraculously, she would survive. Doctors said another night alone could have been fatal. But when asked how she made it, Lily gave one answer. The dog. She told everyone how the doggy stayed beside her every night, curled around her like a blanket, how it licked her face when she cried, how it disappeared during the day but always came back, sometimes nudging Mr. Buttons into her hands. No one could explain it. A wild dog, acting not just protective, but like a guardian. There were no tracks, no signs of food, and as strange as it sounded, no one else ever saw the dog again. It had come, done the impossible, and vanished. In the days that followed, news of Lily's rescue spread across the country. But despite searches, camera traps, and expert trackers, the wild dog was never seen again. Some called it a miracle. Others believed the dog had simply returned to the forest, its purpose fulfilled. But to the Turner family, it was more than a mystery. It was a savior. Lily never let go of Mr. Buttons again. The teddy bear, once a simple toy, became a cherished reminder of survival, loyalty, and something unexplainable. In honor of the animal that saved their daughter, the Turners opened a small animal rescue near the edge of the woods. And to this day, whenever a stray wanders in from the forest, Lily smiles and whispers, "Maybe that's him." Because sometimes the wildest creatures carry the gentlest hearts.